What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Florida versus Missouri college basketball matchup going down Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Unfortunately, couldn't cash in on our college hoops play of the day on Monday, but I'm coming back at it strong, locking in my college hoops play of the week on Tuesday, a game that I have had circled and a game that I love. We're also going to have NBA and NHL on the board. This is going to be the story all week as we head into another loaded weekend of action. College hoops on the weekend, a stacked card, and more NFL playoffs. So whether you jump on a daily pass or a long-term pass, use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls, those looking for a VIP experience where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time, where we're going to track late line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if this is right for you. But let's get to this one between Florida and Missouri. It's going to be an interesting SEC clash in this one, as you've got the Florida Gators coming into this game with a record of 12-4 against the number this season, 15-1 straight up, coming off of a 71-63 win over Arkansas, avoiding the letdown after the win over Tennessee. Missouri 13-3 on the year, 8-8 against the number after a 75-66 win over Vanderbilt in their last matchup. And I got to give Missouri credit. You know, they've played, against some tough competition in the early part of their schedule. They played Kansas. They beat Kansas at home. They beat, LSU. They beat Vanderbilt in conference play as well. And this is a Missouri team, like I said, has put up some decent numbers, but there are a couple, still, I would say red flags, but a couple things that I think we kind of have to make sure that we keep in the back of our minds when we talk about the Missouri Tigers. One is the strength of schedule, that even with teams in the SEC, going up against teams in the SEC, the strength of schedule is still outside the KenPom top 300, which tells me that just goes to show you how weak Missouri's schedule was in the non-con. When you still have a strength of schedule outside the top 300, despite your first three conference games being against number one Auburn, LSU and Vanderbilt, and two non-conference top 20, I should say three non-conference top 50 games, two in the top 25 against Kansas, Illinois, and the 32nd ranked Memphis Tigers to start the year. So Missouri hasn't played the toughest of schedules. And then when you get into just the overall, grand scheme of things, Missouri still has only played the one true road, I should say, sorry, the two true road games this season, but only the one true road game since opening night over 2 months ago. And that was a blowout loss to Auburn. And now you got to go out on the road and take on a Florida team that hasn't been as sharp in conference play as they have been, just season long, where their efficiency numbers, adjusted efficiency numbers, are top 15 in both offense and defense. But they are still a really good defensive team, still can get after it. And despite not having the best offensive performances, they still put up 100 on Kentucky in a losing effort. They blew out Tennessee in the bounce back at home. And like I said, avoided the letdown spot against Arkansas and got the job done on the road. Now they go back home for the first time since the Tennessee blowout. And I think that's just kind of going to be where, what the O-Dome is for Florida this season. It's just going to be a fortress. We saw, in the non-conference portion of the schedule that the SEC was dominant compared to, other, power conferences, and just how they were, crushing teams. And you had to figure at a certain point this conference was going to cannibalize itself, where you couldn't have all those teams have all that success throughout conference play. Teams were going to lose. Teams were going to finish at the bottom. And I just think this is just a bad spot for Missouri, a team that had a decent non-conference schedule, or a decent amount of success in the non-conference portion of their schedule. But now when they have to get into it and take on the good teams in the SEC, I think this is going to be a Missouri team that kind of gets left by the wayside here. I'm going to take Florida. I'm going to lay the 11 points. I am still not convinced about Missouri on the road. So give me Florida laying the 11, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.